good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Feels like it's been a long time. Really, lots been happening. Just really want to talk about the game that yesterday that Liverpool had in Japan, and obviously the news on everyone's mind at the moment: signings, Isak, and what's going on over there. So, check that out with you after this. So we've just come back, won a game against Yokohama 3-1. You can just see when Liverpool go to Asia how well supported we are. Training sessions in a stadium, full house, loads of fans waiting to get autographs, any opportunity they can get with Liverpool. Even in a game, the 20-minute clapping for Jota, it's amazing. I don't believe there's a club, maybe apart from Real Madrid, Barca, who is as well supported around the world as Liverpool. Especially not in England. I mean, I'm sorry, Man United, I'm sorry, I take that away, but it's Liverpool. It's Liverpool the way. And when Liverpool winning, this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like to see the fans out all around the world supporting Liverpool, whether we're playing in America or whether we're playing in Asia. Doesn't matter. Liverpool is followed everywhere. And I think there's many things for that. I feel we're just let's be honest, well-run club. Even though I've got my views about FSG, but I think this season, many FSG haters are kind of like keeping a bit quiet with all the signings that we've done this transfer window. It's been amazing. But look, we are run well. We are a very respectful club. We're a very respectful club. And I think fans around the world, if you're not Liverpool fans, do appreciate the ethos, the culture about Liverpool. So, it's always good to see how popular we are. So anyway, let's get down to the knuckles. 3-1 result. Look, it's pre-season. So when it comes to pre-season, it's all about training. It's all about getting fit. We all know this. Yeah, everyone knows. That is the essential part of pre-season, is getting the miles in the legs, getting your body back ready for what you're going to have ahead of you in the season. But you're also talking about performances and seeing players really take the opportunity in pre-season. Players who may not get the opportunity to play in the season have an opportunity to show the coach that, coach, look at me. I'm ready. I'm able to do a job for you this season. Maybe not go out on loan. Maybe keep me in the club. Or maybe take me out on loan because I'm ready to play some minutes. And we've seen that. I think we saw that, I could say, in the game. I felt there were some average performances. But again, it's pre-season. But look, I break it down like this. I thought Mamashvili in goal was okay. Held the ball too long. Now, Alisson sometimes does this where he holds the ball a little bit long, but Mamashvili, I felt sometimes he over-egged it. And, could have led to problems. And in fact, in the previous game, that did lead to problems with the communication between the back. But I think we know that we've got a very, very good number 2 and someone who hopefully will push Alisson a long way. Then I look at Konate, and I think Konate I have a bit of an issue with in terms of his performance. I'm always looking for players in terms of players to really show me they're now there. With Konate, now with all the rumours about PSG or wherever he wants to potentially go, Real Madrid, there's an issue with him where I love him to bits. He's one of my favourite players. Ubu. But on the ball, he's weak. And teams have tactically gone at us when Ubu's on the ball. Playing the ball from the back, not his strong point. Rash in a tackle? Yes, he is. There's a few tackles in that game where he could have been carded in a serious important fixture. And it was unnecessary. And just the way he gave the ball away. And in fact, it was his sliding tackle in the middle of the park where he took Szoboszlai out and they were running at a goal. And luckily, Virgil does what Virgil does, and the aura protected us from conceding. Although we did concede first in the game, we then came back. But when I'm looking at things and I'm looking at Ubu, I'm looking at, are you now elevating? Are you now going that notch further? And I feel that he needs to be showing himself as a leader now. Like almost like I'm with Virgil, I'm on par with Virgil as leader of the team in terms of defensively organising, blah, blah. I still feel we need that Virgil to calm me down, etc., etc. So that's one of my little issues in the game. So Szoboszlai, another one. So we know last season, Szoboszlai was around. Issue was touch, giving the ball away, poor passes. But we knew he can run, roadrunner, run for miles. We all know that. But we need to see that now. We need to see the better touch. We need to see the playing the ball. And at times in the game, we saw the poor touch, where we should have scored goals because the poor touch wasn't there. We didn't score, or poor passing. So I really hope he can iron that out in the pre-season. But again, it's not about really being critical. It's about looking at these players and seeing, can you do that now 5-10%? Have you worked on your weaknesses? Is that now going to become less of a weakness, more of a strength for you now going forward? And that's what I'm looking at these two particular players in terms of issues. Also, as a team, we heavily relied on Salah for creative play. And what I'm looking at with Wirtz and stuff is that we have a different avenue of creativity. And although I think the first 15-20 minutes we had that, it kind of then felt that we went back to that Salah getting the ball, Salah being a creative force, because we've run out of ideas. So hopefully that's something that will iron out. Look, it was a 3-1 win. We saw Rio, the lad, and I want us to calm down. I don't want this lad to be endangered and play too much. But Rio Ngumoha, it's like, you look at it sometimes like a Mbappe, like a Johnny Barnes. I don't know what you want to look at it, but it's exciting. But we've seen it before. We saw Doki. And when Doak was coming through, we were thinking the same. And now we kind of plateaued with our thoughts about Doak. But Rio, he's got something about him. I really hope that we look after him. Very, very creative, getting by the byline, causing his defenders no end of problems. And at the end, getting a goal. A lovely goal coming through in the middle of the park, taking on the man and finishing. Excellent. I really look forward to seeing this player a bit more. Last season, I felt when he was playing under 18s, under 21s, he just physically wasn't still there yet. But I think they're working on him. They're working on him a lot. Trey Nyoni, excellent. Good finish. When he came on, I love this player. He's so silky smooth. He's just elegant on the ball. Will he get on loan this season? I don't know. Sometimes you look at players, you think, should they go on loan? The same with Rio, or should they stay? It's going to be a difficult decision because you want to see them play, but I don't want to see them go to a team with a lot of hatchet jobs league where, players get injured before you know it, they're not the same. I don't want to see it. I want to sort of see protect them, but also you kind of like lead to let them go. That's where I come to Pathetic. There's a rumour now that Celtic are looking to get Pathetic, although he's injured at the moment. He's a player that I would like to see him playing. I would like to see him in Liverpool, but again, he's that another player where it's been a bit of a false dawn. He had injuries and such, but I was hoping that this season they had Salzburg and then obviously over in Spain would sort of help him. I know he got injured and obviously he's recovering from that, but obviously there's a potential rumour that Celtic would look to take him on loan and potentially a permanent deal. We'll see about what's happening with that. Overall, I thought we did okay. It was not a consistent performance, but you get it a lot in pre-season. You get it a lot because the pitch was not the best. The pitch was, it looked like a Sunday league team. League pitch. That's how bad it was. So I can understand where players on the ball bobbling, etc. Totally, utterly get it. Understand. and I know this is top class players who play on lower pitches, should be able to play in these kind of pitches. They do, but you can understand, you can give some leeway in that one. So fair enough. You know, the pitch wasn't great, wasn't the best for playing that ball through the lines, or, you know, really that fast play that we like to do. So let's see what happens. We got, obviously, the next game we've got is Atletico, I believe, on a 4th. So that'll be interesting how we play again in terms of them. It was nice to see Ekekite playing. Look, I don't like little criticism people giving him ready. It's only like he played, what, 45 minutes? And he had one little nice little back heel flick. It's too early to talk about players in terms of like how they're going to do. Too early. Totally too early. You know, I like what I see about him. He's very elegant. He's a presence as well. I think he won't be a problem at all. I think we'll see quite successful. Nice to see Gakpo. I thought Gakpo did pretty well on the left-hand side. He's now like a lot more in the game. Whereas before, a critique I used to have a Gakpo was like, he's to vanish off the game a lot. But now I feel he's more of a presence in the game, which is great. That's his stature. It just seems to be really coming into himself. So that's really nice. Wirtz, I thought, we could see what Wirtz going to deliver. And obviously, you know, he got a goal as well, which is great. But you can see what he's going to bring to the team. You can see it. You see it. And I can't wait to see it in a really important game with Salah, Wirtz, that whole combination. And hopefully a player called Isak. It'd be nice to see. That's obviously lots of things going on at the moment about it. I'm smiling because this time last season, we were cussing FSG for not signing players. And I think the season before that, and you know, but look, this is ridiculous. This window is going to be ridiculous. And I haven't talked about Frimpong yet. I thought Frimpong played pretty well when he came on. But if we can get Isak, I mean, that is getting silly. Obviously, at the moment, there's rumours that he's training at the moment alone at his old club. Newcastle, obviously not happy with the situation. Fair enough, you can understand. Players got a personal agreement already with Liverpool for a 5-year deal. So obviously personal stuff has been agreed. Now it's about Liverpool coming forward, which is expected, with a bid that will make Newcastle let him go. Problem I've got with that at the moment is obviously Setsko. Man United, I've bid for the player that, you know, Newcastle want to replace him. And will Newcastle have the pulling power to be able to get this player? That'd be interesting. They potentially need to get 2 strikers in to make up, because at the moment I think they've got a 20-year-old up front for them at the moment. So, you know, they're clearly not looking to let this go without being compensated fully. So, and just it all depends on what Liverpool are going to do. Will Liverpool go for that English record 120, 130, 140, 150 mil that Newcastle may want? We'll just wait and see, but it's exciting times. It's nice to be in this moment where we are bidding for players and price is not an issue, because we've been frugal enough in the past and looked after the money, and now we can do what we want to do, and we're giving a coach the opportunity to really have a squad which can hopefully deliver this season. And that's all we want as LFC fans. We want to be having the players, the best players, competing for the best players, not losing our best players. So it's interesting. Trent's obviously at the moment is not doing so well in Madrid. And we want to see this club keep winning trophies. And hopefully we are going to do so. Obviously, I heard there's news that Thiago's joining the Liverpool coaching staff as well, which should be excellent, lovely. I like that idea. I love it. So let me know what you think. Let me know who you feel was man of the match. I thought Rio was. I didn't think Wirtz was. I thought Rio was man of the match for the impact he made, but that's my opinion. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you feel about the Isak situation. Really important for you to like and subscribe and click on notifications and share. It's all about algorithms and trying to grow the channel. And so this is now coming up to soon the 1 year anniversary of me starting this. So we talk about football, and I want to keep doing that and enjoy talking about LFC and any other football team as well, because I love football. So well done to Lionesses. I loved watching them through the tournament. I think they didn't play the best what they could have done, but you know, you can't say that wasn't exciting. And penalties were, don't want to start on the penalties, but you know. So look, back to back, England not done that. You know, England men put you to shame. Back to back winners, and the coach, well, just unbelievable. I mean, she's been owning that tournament for how many now? What, 3 tournaments, 4 tournaments? Unbelievable. And she got to, I think she got what's World Cup final. Unbelievable. Seriously, this is crazy. Anyway, let me know what you think. Click on notifications and like and subscribe.